Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chit Chat with your favorite broker, Lindsay. Today, I am joined with Brian, Chef Brian. See, Chef Brian over here to talk about his career in real estate and a little bit about what makes him tick. So thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. When you are not selling real estate, you are heavily involved with MTEC, the Pro Start program, and all that stuff. So luckily, we caught you on spring break, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So before we dive into the world of real estate, tell us a little bit about that.
So my name is Chef Brian Covell. I teach the culinary program at MTEC. I also have my own catering business, Chef's Edge, and we do a lot of high-end catering for people around the area, as well as in Deep Creek Lake. MTEC is amazing because we get to do tons of competitions. I have students that have gone to Florida and California, Rhode Island, New York. They've been all over the place. They've won hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships.
Nice.
And this year we've been doing really good. We've won every competition that we've been in.
Yeah.
We have 17 gold medals so far.
Yeah.
We're headed to nationals in Baltimore, which is going to be really cool. The students get to compete against every other state. So we've gotten highest to sixth in the nation. So the kids are hoping this year they can get number one. So.
Last year, were you on the West Coast for that competition?
No, it's been on the East Coast for the past couple of years, but the kids have been to places like Disney, out in California, which is really cool. So,
yeah.
Good experience for them.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, congratulations on a wonderful year. I know that I had to run some things into MTEC the other day, and I say the other day like it wasn't a few months ago, but I walked into the school and I was like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. And when I left, I text Brian and I'm like, is this your fault? Like, how does this school smell so amazing? And I couldn't work here, like in this atmosphere with you all cooking the way you do. So, very much congratulations on that and all of those fun things. So, how does culinary chef world intertwine with real estate?
So it's kind of funny. So I have a lot of clients I cook for, and one of their biggest things they would always bring up, because it's like family, you start cooking for the same people over and over and over again. And they're like, it's hard to find a good real estate agent to buy a house. And I was like, you know what? I love making people happy. Real estate's probably one of the biggest financial decisions that anybody's going to make in their lifetime, and they're going to make it multiple times. I also love the architecture of homes, going in and designing them. I obviously love great kitchens. So it's just kind of a perfect fit for me to help people out, kind of do something I'm always doing, and to have those connections in the industry and try to make people find their next dream home, because typically most people stay in their houses 3 to 5 years and then they're looking for the next one. So.
Yeah, for sure. We're super highly transient in Morgantown, and Deep Creek is more of that resort style living, right? So
Absolutely.
more of a second home market. And you do have the perfect ingredient for all those people to be able to put them into a home that they're going to enjoy. So that is super great. So when you are not in the kitchen, you are not in the kitchen at school, you are not out beating the pavement selling real estate, what does Chef Brian like to do?
I love the outdoors. You give me a quiet place in the woods next to a river and a campfire, I'm in heaven. And I think that's why I love West Virginia, is because it is an outdoor state. You have all the 4 seasons. Definitely love hanging out with my family. I feel like I don't get to do that enough because I'm so busy doing things. Just between all of our competitions, we're going to be in Baltimore for a week here in April. We're going to be in Georgia for another week. So definitely getting that time to spend with my family. Love to travel as well. So
yeah,
who doesn't?
Yeah, right. Where's your favorite place you've ever been?
I mean, that's hard. So this year we're getting ready to go to Ireland. So I think that's going to be a really neat trip. Probably Hawaii's probably been my favorite. I like the quiet part of Hawaii. It's definitely very touristy once you get into some of the bigger parts.
Yeah. But. So one of the islands that doesn't have as much.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maui and all that's just so like it was
so tacked. Yes. Yeah. Packed in for sure.
But you give me a campsite in the middle of the woods somewhere, I'm happy.
Right. For sure. You recently, within the past couple years, got to have a trip with just your oldest daughter, right?
Yep.
Was that fun?
It was
amazing
fun.
Trip.
Yeah. That's when I actually went to Hawaii with. She had a blast.
Yeah, for sure. So when you are cooking for your family, What's your favorite thing to cook?
Usually the go-to, because I always have chicken. I'm a big chicken piccata fan,
Uh-huh.
so it'll be capers, fresh squeezed lemon juice, a little bit of wine, saute the chicken, and then
Nice.
serve like some maple ginger vegetables with it, and then some rice. So that's my
Yum.
go-to. But my favorite dish is probably beef Wellington.
Beef
So you give
Wellington.
me a nice filet mignon, wrap it in some mushroom XL, some prosciutto, wrap it in puff pastry.
Yeah,
Doesn't get any better
right.
than that.
Right? No doubt. We should have a beef Wellington off. I love to make beef
Yes.
Wellington too. We'll have Michelle come. She'll have to
There you
be
go.
we'll have everyone come. They can all be the judge. When you are looking at a kitchen or helping someone decide on the house they're going to buy, is there something in a kitchen that you are drawn to? Is that your favorite room of the house? What is your favorite room of the
I think
house?
that is my favorite. I love a house that has an open floor plan,
Mhm.
where the living room and the kitchen are together. I think that's super important. I think that's what a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially in this day and age, people are foodies,
Mhm.
so entertaining for their guests. Definitely have to have a gas range. I think any
Right.
good
I
kitchen.
agree.
So if I get a client, they're like, "Oh, I want the gas range," I'm like, "That's an easy fix. We can get somebody in here to run the gas lines and
Yeah,
get
for
it."
sure. I just had that conversation with clients. They were like, "This isn't a gas range. Everything
Yeah,
else checks boxes in this house."
yeah.
And I'm like, "But there's a propane tank right there,
You can make it
so
happen.
we
Yeah.
can make this
I
happen."
always tell people location, location, location. You can
Hmm.
do whatever you want to the house. So
Yeah,
as long as
right,
it's not falling in,
right,
we can make it.
for sure. Very true. Let's rapid fire question
Okay.
time. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, Chef Brian, what is your favorite color?
Definitely orange.
Definitely orange,
Yes.
like blaze orange, hunter orange.
Probably a bright orange. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
super bright
my
orange.
vehicle's decked out in a bunch of orange. So
Yeah, it is.
I like
Very
to make
true.
a statement. So
Perfect. It's so funny. I was just doing a video with Kayla, and her favorite color is mint green, but her Jeep is blaze orange, bright
yeah.
orange, right? So funny that you say orange. When you have any downtime, do you watch TV? Do you read? Do you listen to music? Any of those things?
Definitely like to catch a couple shows. Definitely into music. Give me a good Pearl Jam song, and I'm in heaven. So
What is your favorite song?
probably Jeremy. I like a good. I mean, it's just a heartfelt,
Mm-hmm.
good song. He's got an amazing voice. So
Right.
hmm
Have you ever seen him in concert?
I have. I actually went the C Dot Here festival.
Mm-hmm.
It was a year after COVID, and I was like a little kid. I ran out at 8 in the morning. It was first come first serve to get up front,
Yeah.
and they didn't go on until 10 o'clock at night. So I stood there all day long in the hot heat. But I was like
Right.
a little kid when he came on stage. I was like, yeah,
Eddie!
right.
Oh, so much fun. I saw them in Philadelphia and we had behind the stage seats,
Oh,
which
that's
I thought that's going to be kind of annoying. But he drinks that wine the whole
he loves
time,
it.
the
Pulls out a bottle.
whole time.
He was climbing the sides of the.
Bottles and bottles of this wine.
Yep,
But he would come to the back of the stage to switch his wine bottle out. So we got to see that
that's
firsthand.
cool.
And then he was like, you know what? You all deserve a show too. And so we were like 14 rows back, like right there. And he's singing just to us. And there's the whole crowd out front
That's
and
awesome.
he's not dealing with them at all, which is great. So definitely the album Jeremy is on is like my middle school, junior high days
Yep,
in a nutshell, right?
yep.
Super great. And you say sometimes catch a show. What's your favorite? What are you watching right now? And do you binge or do you have?
I never have enough time to binge. I like the FBI,
Mm-hmm,
the CIA shows. One of my favorite shows of all time was Blacklist.
mm-hmm.
Um, I like that. And
It
then
was
one of
so
my
good.
older shows that I loved was House. So I love
Me
that this I don't know, the sassiness, the kind of
too. The
directness.
banter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything you want to do, but you can't because
Right.
it's not like that.
This is not real life. We
Yeah,
cannot just say everything that comes into our mind.
yeah.
Very true. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. I mean, probably be close to retiring from teaching.
Mm-hmm,
Definitely want to take the chef business even farther. Do a lot of private instruction with it, do a lot of
mm-hmm.
catering events. So probably do that more full time. And then probably take real estate kind of to the next level. That's kind of my retirement path, is to kind of have those two things and kind of focus full time on them.
Perfect. So we did talk about the culinary aspect of your life and how that relates to real estate. But before all of that, what did you do and how does that relate to?
So when I was younger, joined the military, got my food service for that because I knew that's something I love to do. Then I got my heavy equipment operator license so I can play in the dirt as well. But then I just really fell in love with cooking when I was young, and I was like, this is what I want to make a career out of. I always tell people, I was like, find something you're passionate about, because then it never feels like you're
A
working a day
job,
in your
right?
life. Plus, I get to travel a bunch, so like, who doesn't like going to
Yeah.
hotels? Like, we just got back from the Greenbrier. Got to take the students there. They got to tour all the kitchens and everything. We got to eat at a 5-star, 5-diamond resort. So it's definitely
for sure.
a neat life to have.
For sure. So with the military background, what is your favorite clientele? Do you have somebody that you tend to work, like a certain type of buyer seller you tend to work with? I know that you also have a designation in regard to the veteran aspect of things. So do you want to talk a little bit about that too?
Yeah, so I definitely love working with veterans. I do have the designation for Home to Heroes. So anybody who's looking to move into the Morgantown or the Maryland area, they're looking for a veteran that they want to work with, somebody that's kind of got the grit and the determination to make a deal go through. I definitely am that person. So any veterans that want to reach out, that'd be great. I also like working with investors. I love the aspect of, Morgantown's definitely a college town. You have lots of rental units out here. So investors that are looking to kind of get into that, I'd like to help them out. Great for investors because they're typically turning those every 3 to 5 years. 1031 exchanges are great for those guys. Definitely have some experience with that a lot of real estate agents don't have. So.
Perfect. That is wonderful. Anything else you'd like to tell us? Anything else you'd like us to know? We covered a lot, right?
We did. Love being a chef. Definitely, food is my passion. I love seeing people when they walk into a home and they see that perfect kitchen and they're like, "Oh my God, this is going to be amazing!"
Yeah.
And they're like, "What would you think?"
Yeah.
And real estate definitely, it can be hard work, but I think it's rewarding in the end because obviously it's the biggest financial decision somebody's going to make in their life. So, I think Berkshire Hathaway kind of sets other agents apart because we have that huge network. It is a global brand, and they kind of have everything in check to make sure people go on the right path to have a good real estate transaction.
Right. So. Perfect. Well, thank you so very much for taking the time on your spring break to come and sit down and do some chit chat with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for all of you who have joined us, if you think that anything Brian has said sounds like he would be the perfect agent for you, we will make sure that his contact information is in the caption and on the screen so you can reach out to him as well. Join us next time for Chit Chat. Thanks again.